look like a fucking joke. Oh fucking hell! I'm a massive hater right now.
I can see that with good reason. That was a little bit too quiet for my liking.
Abel's just like, how are they attacking my favorite leader, Boris Johnson?
Yeah.
Everyone loves a BJ.
Oh, wow. Low-hanging fruit. Okay. Everyone ready? All right. So, last week, you guys were held up in the stables. Gustav was keeping watch, and you were attacked by some zombies in the middle of the night. They broke through your barricades, and without too much effort, you guys managed to bring them down with the help of Brother Paul. But your lodgings were compromised in the stables. So the next day, you guys decided to look around for more suitable accommodation. You found a old sort of barn that you guys spent a good part of the day fixing up and reinforcing, so it was pretty safe. Philia and Eric spent some time researching and dissecting some of the undead corpses that were around, gathering a little bit of information about how they might work. And eventually you guys settled down for a night of rest after Philia was spending the day looking after Cinder's corpse. And during the first watch, Teak and Gustav heard a strange groaning and a kind of rustling in the head. And as they look over the edge of the kind of loft above, the first watch, they see the shambling corpse of Cinder standing up just barely. And that's where we will pick up today. Philia is asleep not far from where Cinder's standing up at the moment, and Teak and Gustav are up above, witnessing this strange event.
Everyone up, everyone up! I will rush down to try to confront Zombie Center.
Teak follows behind.
Yeah, Gustav screams at the top of his lungs and wakes everyone up. Brother Paul, Eric, Philia, you guys are woken by this startling yell. And Philia, as you wake up, you see kind of standing above you now at this point is Cinder. His head's down, his hair's in his face, and he's looking a little unsteady as he seems to be finding his footing.
Why don't we just sit down for now?
Stay away from Ophelia, and I will try to get in between them.
Okay. Yeah, Philia says, why don't we just sit down for now to Cinder while she's laying down, and Cinder's just kind of rocking back and forth there for a Gustav rushes down and puts himself in between Cinder and Philia. What's everyone else doing?
Eric's going to look concerned. Is he turning?
It can't be. I think he's fine. Remember how I said he's probably just sick? He's just Look, he's good, right, Cinder? Right? As Philia's gonna like say that in like a nervous voice, right? Cinder?
Eric is literally just gonna shout at Philia, "He's dead!"
And then Teak is going to run in and start pulling Philia away from zombie Cinder.
Okay. You grab Philia and start kind of pulling her back. Brother Paul?
I awaken, rustle out of the hay, get a glimpse down, and I think I'll just shout out, "Is he still dead?"
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it doesn't seem like himself. I thought what you was doing was keeping this from happening.
I'll run further down, try to get a closer look.
Towards Cinder?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you approach, and I mean, I think at this moment, Cinder kind of lets out a grunt, and he's gonna lunge towards you, Gustav. With his hands out.
You were my brothers, and
Let's
And,
see if you truly do have the high ground, Gustav.
what's your AC there, Gustav?
17.
Okay. Well, Cinder's more accurate as an undead than he is alive. He like kind of leans into you, and it's almost like he's falling into you. But as he does, he manages to take a chomp out of one of the exposed areas of flesh on you. You take 8 points of damage.
Owie, owie.
And if you guys, you tell me what you want to do. If you want to enter combat here, or
I would like to try and restrain Cinder to the point where he can't bite anyone. Like a full Nelson or something.
Oh, okay. You wanna grapple his ass?
Yeah.
Make me a CMB check.
Hey.
Yeah. So as you are bitten by Sin, you manage to kind of grab his arm, put it behind his back, and put your hands around his neck, and you kind of have him in a full Nelson type situation.
rope. Does someone have rope? Maybe we can tie him up. No? Okay.
Oh, we don't have rope.
I guess not. And yeah, you guys see Gustav has Cinder in this kind of headlock, and Cinder's now just chomping forward, and you can see some kind of greenish spit just dripping off of his half-orc fangs.
He's turned. We have to kill him.
No.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Teak have rope. Teak have rope. Wait. And then Teak is going to run to where she had her stuff and pull out her rope that I found out she has in her inventory.
Okay. So you
told us. There you go.
just all I was gonna say is Teak runs to her satchel, I guess, and grabs some rope. But meanwhile, while that's happening, Gustav.
You told us that you could save him, but he turned anyway.
Excuse me?
before. You was casting spells on him, yeah? Why didn't they work?
What prevented him from turning that night? Besides, I thought Philia over there was doing the same thing. She was with him all day.
Philia doesn't even realize he's dead.
Tika, rope, and then she's going to from where she's going to not want to risk running all the way back down. So she throws the rope down to them and then starts to head down.
Okay. So you guys are kind of interrupted as this bundle of rope slaps against the wooden planks on the ground. A little dust cloud comes up from lands a couple feet away from you, Gustav, but you're obviously have your hands full, right?
I'll go to pick it up.
All right. Yeah, Brother Paul heads over to hurriedly pick up this rope, and Cinder kind of snaps at Brother Paul a couple times as he gets near.
Gonna hog tie him.
Hog time, eh? Okay. So, Gustav, you kind of have his hands up and around his back and stuff, and you see Brother Paul starts tying up Cinder's feet and binding them together. And then at some point, he kind of works with you to maneuver Cinder to the ground with his hands behind his back. If you let him, I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
Okay. So yeah, he works with you to kind of maneuver Cinder to the ground with his hands behind his back, and he attaches the rope that's bound to Cinder's feet and binds his hands behind his back, and he is now hogtied on the floor. But he's, after you guys hog tie him, his feet and arms are behind his back, but he is squirming on the ground, chomping. I mean, you can see it's almost more of an unsettling sight. He's completely preserved at this point. I mean, he looks very much alive, like he hasn't deteriorated at all, pretty much. But he is kind of gone mad.
Can you try same spell again, Brother Paul? Will it work?
I'm afraid it will not. He's already turned.
Well, so now we have to look for cure, right?
It might be one way, but it's not the only way. There's still hope for your friend. It's just it's going to be much more costly, to say the least.
What is way?
Well, there's higher power, spells and abilities that my mentor can use, but they're very costly, if he can even do them, that is.
Costly how? Like money? Teak have money?
He gives like a little smile. Not enough for this. He looks to Philia. You should have told me you didn't know what you were doing.
Alright,
Philia?
what's Philia doing, sorry?
Delia's still in like a shock, in like those criminal like movies where like the mom's just like looking at her son being arrested. It's just like, no, my child could never do that. She still has like that like look on her face. And then she's just like shaking her head and she's like, no, this is something wrong. This
Well, we need to stop Cinder from being able to move, then we tie him and we should put him somewhere where he cannot reach us. And then we try to find cure, or we try to collect money for spell. Something.
I think collectively we should have enough, right?
I don't think the whole town here combined would have enough. I don't think money's going to be your answer in this one.
Well,
And
okay.
there's...
You say we should get to bottom of this. If get to bottom of this, maybe we find cure, right?
Potentially. I mean, if you do get to the bottom of it, at least the information would be relatively useful for the new dawn.
Okay, then.
Could be traded, I suppose.
That what we should do then, right, guys?
I'm gonna give Brother Paul a really dirty look. You planned this, didn't you? You saw how desperate we was to get Cinder back, so you let him turn, knowing it'd be that much harder for us to bring him back. So now we're dependent on you and the new dawn.
It's turned to Gustav. I came to you all as friends. And whether you like to admit it or not, you've been dependent on me since I got here.
Oh, okay. Brother Paul, Gustav got bit. Can you help him?
I look to Gustav.
It's fine. I've had worse. Probably should save it in case something worse happens. But fine. We'll play along for now. At least I will. Can't speak for the others. But Cinder and I go way back. I'm in it for the long haul for him.
Teak too. Teak will help get to bottom of this and maybe save Cinder. Eric, Celia.
I think there's no other choice in the matter.
Eric will stay silent. He is pissed!
Okay, so where should we put Cinder now? And she's gonna look at his squirming, zombified body.
If we can tie him to a post over there, might be best.
Okay. And no one can get close to him, or he'll hurt you. And she looks at Philia.
Philia will just sit there and nod.
Okay. that she's going to kind of move to like because he's hogtied on the ground right now, correct?
Yes.
So she's gonna kind of try to maneuver around him to try to pick him up and start carrying him over to this pole.
I'll help Teak.
Okay. Yeah, you guys work together to kind of move him over to a pole. Rebind his rope so he's strapped to this pole.
Guess the plan's mostly unchanged then. Everyone else should try and get some sleep. We'll finish up our watch and change it over.
Okay. So yeah, you guys tie him up and you're just gonna go back to sleep for the rest of you and then keep watch for the night?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Are Teak and Gustav staying on first watch then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're gonna
just
finish out your
finishing out.
thing?
Yeah, finish out.
Eric can't even see in the dark anyway, so he's useless at all watching, so he's just gonna stay awake with Gustav and Teak.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a little difficult getting some sleep now that Cinder's tied up in there. He's squirming and you can hear him kind of groaning and his teeth gnashing
We should
occasionally.
probably put a sock in his mouth.
Doesn't Hogtie already put some rope in your mouth?
A hog tie? No.
That puts an apple in. No.
Satan, I swear.
What if he eats the sock?
Could happen. But yeah. You guys settle down the best you can for the rest of the night, keeping watch. And the rest of first watch, fairly uneventful, apart from the random noises of Cinder here.
Let's have a
and
chat, boys and girls.
yeah, I mean, if you three are up there together while the others are, if you want to have a chat, feel free. Unless that was just a joke.
No, that wasn't a joke.
Okay, well, open some dialogue then, home.
Eric's gonna look at Gustav and Teak like, what are we gonna do?
Also don't really know. Just adapt to whatever happens, I suppose. Looks like we'll be trying to get to the bottom of whatever's going on in Wild Meadow here. Might even find a cure for Cinder. Probably not. Probably be dependent on the New Dawn. But I've worked for many different groups in the past. It's just one more.
Gustav, I want to help Cinder, you know I do, but doesn't this all seem a bit weird?
Of course
At
it's
the end of the
weird.
day, we're still doing exactly what he's threatened us to do.
That's why I think he might have planned it, but I mean, he's holding all the cards, yeah.
I mean, he's not really holding the cards. He's dependent on us to get the information.
We're dependent on him for Cinder.
Eric's gonna nod.
Teak think
But they're not all the cards.
Teak
Look,
think we need to do whatever he say to try to help Cinder. And then after Cinder back, we can plan after that.
after Cinder's back, we might be with the New Dawn. In the cells. Or worse, burning somewhere.
But if this is only shot Cinder have, we have to do it, right?
We don't know if it's the only shot, but yeah, it's the only shot we have in front of us right now. Look, they burnt someone's house down for doing what we do. Yeah, they might bring Cinder back, but they might just change their plans.
So what you think we should do instead?
I'm not sure, that's what I was asking you.
It's either we help Brother Paul and maybe help Cinder, or run and leave Cinder to die, or run with Cinder, but with Cinder being dangerous. They're not. Teak think. And Teak also think whoever did this, whoever start this thing, Teak want to kill them.
I don't think we have the capability of killing someone who can do this.
Maybe not. Always try. Most things bleed.
Yeah, but most of those things don't come back to life.
Just have to kill it again.
Eric's just gonna sigh.
Teak have to try. Otherwise, then why Cinder even die?
Eric's gonna look over at Teak and remember the fact that he had to die because he had to choose Teak.
Yeah.
I agree, Eric. There might be some other way. Probably a better way, but we don't know what that is. I think our best bet, at least for now, is to go along with the new. We can always change our plans later on. Doing
Eric will
that
nod.
is what got Cinder and I with the rest of you.
Look, I want to help Cinder. You know I do. But whatever this isn't magic. This is alchemical. And if we tell them that, they're going to ask questions about how we got to that point. And do you think Brother Paul is going to lie for me?
You're worried they'll do you in like they did Adela.
Eric's just going to stay silent.
If that's what you worried about, maybe you hide and run, and we meet up with you later.
Eric's just going to laugh like, you're asking me to leave you guys here? With him?
Well, you're the only one who does those things that Adela burned for.
If this thing is alchemical, like I suspect, how are you guys going to find the answers that Brother Paul wants?
That's a fair point, Eric. That knowledge makes you valuable to them.
That
Having
knowledge makes me wrong to them.
having an alchemist on their side helps them know how they think, yeah?
You saw what Brother Paul said yesterday, or heard. They don't agree with this stuff.
I
But
know
the only way
that.
they're going to find a solution is through this stuff. But do you really
Right.
think they're going to listen to that?
I mean, probably. Like you said, we do have some of the cards. One of the cards is you, yeah? I don't think they're stupid. They want what they want. I've gone around with many different kinds of people, yeah? Having someone on the other team working for you is always valuable. So yeah, they probably want to eventually do you in. But for now, I don't think it makes sense for them. Like you said, this is alchemical. You're probably the best bet.
I think Eric's gonna look over at Cinder, be like, I think we should keep some of this stuff to ourselves. Just for now.
Yeah. I mean, probably can keep it from Brother Paul, but I imagine New Dawn, if they really want to find out, probably be able to do it, yeah. I mean, back when we was in Farm, they figured us out pretty quick, yeah?
Eric will nod.
Wasn't even the New Dawn then.
I'll have to think of something. I don't trust these people.
You just keep thinking, Eric. It's what you're good at.
I think he's just gonna like stretch and he's like, I'm also very good at sleeping. I think it's time I turned in. I'm pretty useless here anyway.
Have a good rest, Eric.
Eric will nod and then walk off to sleep.
Okay.
Teak will wave as Eric leaves, but realize that Eric probably cannot see her wave in the dark, and then just
Yeah, Eric just like walks into a pole, lands on the ground, his head shatters, there's blood, and he just falls asleep.
It's dimly lit. You can see in the barn.
Damn it!
So yeah, Eric heads off to bed. Gustav, Teak, you guys got anything else?
Doing okay, Teak? Holding up alright?
yeah. It's just, we lose Philia. Philia come back. We lose Eric. Come back, and now we do same for Cinder, right?
Right, exactly. Might be a little more tricky this time, that's all.
Teak have feeling that maybe we running out of ways to bring people back.
I can't say I know exactly how any of this works. I didn't think it was possible till I saw it with my own eyes, but might as well stay hopeful, right?
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow we go looking for answers, right?
Alright. Maybe kill that man in the hat, bring Cinder back.
Teak nods. I hold
Fist bump.
punch.
First one.
Yeah, they fist bump. Yeah, they fist bump. And Teak goes, I hold you punch.
Okay.
It's like claw hand to claw hand.
You just hear a clink like a
As Teak has her little metal fingers on like a weirdo. Okay. So yeah, there's some team bonding over here on First Watch. But eventually, first watch is over, and Brother Paul said he was going to take second watch. Are you guys going to wake him up and leave him alone on second watch, or what?
Yeah, I mean, he's already done the worst thing he could do to us, so what else could he do?
Great.
Kills us all in our sleep.
I mean, he could have done that before.
So yeah, you guys switch places with Brother Paul. BP, how's it going?
Hello.
You doing anything in particular on your watch?
No. Just watching. Rolling. Looking.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a perception check. Grr.
Trying to play my part as
Good.
given to me by Ophelia.
Wow, Brother Paul is a real hotshot. Yeah, BP, you're kind of kept, company by the unnerving noises of Cinder down below. And, throughout the night, you hear some kind of cracking of trees in the distance and, leaves blowing through the air. Maybe some wolves howling. But, you don't really have any issues throughout the night. It's a pretty calm night in the abandoned town of Wild. So, eventually, the day comes. And, you all awaken to another day. The sun is not really shining because it's Cairn and it's always kind of perpetually cloudy. But it is bright outside. What would you guys like to do?
Alright, Brother Paul. Seem to be calling the shots for now. We heading out now, or wait until nightfall?
We should go now. It was too quiet last night. I fear the horde may have already moved on.
Alright, well, coming back here, right?
Well, I guess we have to look to Cinder. Is he still moaning and flailing about on the ground?
Oh yeah, he's still all tied up out there and moaning and creeping.
Think to myself, what a pathetic state.
It's pretty bad.
Eric, do you want to lead us back to those tracks that you last saw?
Eric's gonna look over at Gustav and then he's gonna nod. Just give me a second. And then he's gonna go and see if he can shove anything in Cinder's mouth that'll stop him from maybe crushing his own teeth or his tongue or something like that. We need his body to be in tip-top condition for when he's back.
Okay, what do you want to stuff in his mouth? I mean, there's like hay around. You could tear some cloth off something. Like, what are you doing?
Maybe I'll get hay and shove it in some cloth, and it'll be like a big, like, round ball, and then like shove that in his mouth.
Okay, yeah, you tear some cloth off and wrap it around a bundle of hay, so it's this kind of squishy gag to put in his mouth, and
He's
yeah.
gonna make sure that the knots are super like tight so that he can't just bust out. We have to get back to Cinder, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you check all of his binds are tight and everything. Are you going to tie the gag in his mouth, or just hope that he keeps it in?
Oh yeah, I'll tie it in his mouth.
Okay.
Philia will put some like cloth where like the rope touches his skin so he doesn't get like little rashes.
Wow. How kind.
I just want to say, you said Philia didn't know what she was doing, but she did a great job in preservation.
Yeah, if we wanted to embalm him, maybe.
Philia did a great job.
He's still like covered in honey. He's gonna have like a crispy like candy coating by the time we do it.
All right. So yeah, you guys have Cinder all what's the plan?
Philia will
Yeah.
look at the group and kind of ask, is there any purpose in disguising in this town? For Philia's sake, does she need to hide her wings and such?
Oh, you're asking me?
No, like the group.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, isn't everybody dead?
Just wanted to make sure. Given that we were hunted. But if Deke says no, Philia gonna fly.
Okay. I think that's all we can do for now.
Willow can go out of his disguise, and I can just ride a willow. Philia can be Philia.
In front of Brother
and it's
Paul, you're gonna unveil your giant bee?
It was
It's like
already a
super-
flying buffalo.
I think a giant flying bee is less suspicious than a giant flying buffalo.
What were
That's
you saying,
true.
Eric?
Is this like super morning time right now? Like bright out, like sunrise?
Yep, it's super morning time.
Super.
It is the morning. Like I said, it's kind of perpetually cloudy here, but you know, it is bright outside-ish.
Eric's just gonna be like, I want to be back before sundown. And then he's gonna walk out the door with his stuff, like, you know.
Okay. What do you guys do? What's the deal? What's the plan?
Philia will follow Eric out on Willow and look towards Cinder and be like, we'll be back before sun.
All right, you say your farewells to Cinder.
I think our plan is to have Eric lead us back to the tracks of Emerald potentially leading into the woods, and then we're going to track those using Teek's awesome hunting skills.
Wow. Okay. BP, you got anything to say? Aren't you leading this shitstorm?
That's
I
where
am.
we last left off. Eric's got the goods.
Got the goods. What are the goods?
The Spidey track sense.
Okay. So their plan is your plan.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Could I try to assist Teek in her tracking? I don't know if anyone else is going to.
Yeah, Teak.
All right. So you guys set off and you head into the dark and ominous woods.
Delia will fly above the trees with Willow to scout out if we can see anything suspicious
Okay.
ahead.
So you're scouting from above. Eric leads you guys to the tracks. The area of where he recently found the track. Teak, you're our tracker today.
Yep, with Gustav assisting.
Okay. You can both make me survival checks.
I will make a survival check.
What? You don't. Why are you making a survival?
I thought I was the one leading.
You just led them to the other track.
Okay.
Would have probably made more sense for you to assist, but Gustav said he was going to do it.
You can get the next one, Eric.
Gustav looked one look at Eric and just like, nah, he can't track.
This guy's a fool. Can't track shit. So yeah, you guys find yourself in the midst of the foggy, barren woods. Teak, you pick up a trail. You notice that a lot of the other tracks around seem to have either they're barefoot or they're different in the way they walk. But there's one set of tracks that stands out to you. It's a little bit worn down, a little bit rough, but you find them nonetheless. And they're what you believe to be Emerald's tracks or someone else's that is still alive. The way they move, the way that they have, the way they're shaped, look like they're wearing shoes and they're walking a steady gait.
Right. She'll point this out to everyone. She'll point out the tracks and start following him.
Okay. What's the marching order?
I'll
Teak-
be in front with Teak.
Yeah, Teak has been front with Gustav.
Okay, everyone else?
I will follow Gustav.
Delia's at the very end, 30 feet up.
Yeah, she's gonna get attacked first, mate. You're
You're,
gonna see her coming from the mile away.
you're 30 feet behind everyone? Is that what you just said?
No, I'm behind Eric. So I'm following Eric, but I'm 30 feet up.
Oh, I see. You're flying above. And then I guess, Brother Paul, you're taking up the rear then, huh?
It would appear so.
Okay. So as you guys follow these tracks into the wood, they're leading you in what you could guess to be a kind of southeasterly direction into the wood. And as you guys continue on, some time passes without much change. I'd say you guys can reassess if you want what your goal is. These tracks being somewhat fresh, but also, Teak, you can tell they're a little bit old. At some point, you can surmise that this person probably has a pretty decent lead on you.
Okay. Teak's gonna turn to the group and say, track kind of old. He does have one day lead on us. Do we still want to follow these tracks?
Have we been heading sort of in the direction of the cemetery or a different direction?
You guys have moved beyond the cemetery at this point.
No.
You've kind of circumvented the cemetery.
Guess that's up to Brother Paul.
Brother.
DP?
Which way do the tracks lead?
Southeast easterly direction.
I just look to the others. Why have we stopped?
He just say that the tracks are old. He have a lead on us, so Teak not know if we still trying to find Emerald or because we passed cemetery where we saw Man in Hat.
Well, we were following Emerald's tracks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then we should maybe continue to do that.
Okay, Teak just saying that we may not ever catch up because he have lead on us.
Okay, well, just see how far we can get then.
Okay. And Teak continues to follow the tracks and lead them.
Okay. If you guys would like, you could, definitely move, travel at a faster pace now that you're a bit behind. Like here and there, you can see there's definitely some spots where it looks like he may have slowed down to rest and things like that. But yeah, he's still got a decent lead on you.
Okay. I guess. Yeah. Do we guys feel like we want to be setting like a faster pace as we follow him?
I'm up for that. Like, how long have we been in the woods for?
A couple hours.
Still got plenty of time.
Fast pace it is.
Okay. So,
You see as Brother Paul goes at a fast pace, he kind of like uses his hands to hold up his little gown.
So it doesn't get dirty.
goodness.
Yeah. So
Okay, so yeah, you guys start to move at a more hustled pace. And you venture kind of deeper and deeper into the woods at this point. And as you proceed farther and farther, Teak, you're about to get fired.
I'm about to get what?
Fired.
Oh, sorry.
As you proceed deeper, you notice that the woods start change as you get farther and farther. It becomes a little bit more marshy and wet and damp. And you start to see pools of water and such things on the ground. Soft, moss-covered ground. And the tracks become a little muddied. Not quite as easy to follow. So, at this point, Teak, if you'd like to make me another survival check.
Does Eric get to assist on this one?
Yeah.
That's up to Eric.
I would like to assist and roll
Okay.
a crit one so we find nothing and Brother Paul is left without any hopes and dreams.
Eric, you roll me a survival check. We'll see how it goes. Wow.
Damn. I'm just such a great survival person. Shit!
Well,
I'm just a perfect
With,
human being.
with Eric's help, Teak, you sift through the marches, and at this point, seeing as the tracks aren't as easily followed by eye, you find a remnant of cloth that was torn off on a branch, and you can see there's a bit of blood residue on it, but it does give you a scent to continue to follow.
Oh yeah, you just see her sniffing up a storm as she continues.
Okay. So as you guys continue further and further into the marsh, more time passes. At this point, you've been moving at a hustled pace for at least a few hours. So you've probably been gone for about 4 hours at this point, but you left early in the morning. So it's probably not even really noon yet. It's starting to get warmer out. So you can tell it's not late in the day, but it's getting later in the but you all suffer 1 point of non-lethal damage.
God damn it.
And you also obtain the fatigued status effect.
How do you apply non-lethal damage?
To the character sheet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's like a little
There's
thing
a
there.
little-
There should be a thing on there for it. Yeah. There's a non-lethal box. Oh, but yours is different, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will just
Yeah,
take.
just keep track of it
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'll keep track.
Where's the exhaustion box?
It's under conditions and buffs. If you click on it,
We're
You'll
not
see.
exhausted though. We're just
You're not exhausted, you're just fatigued, which is the first state.
yeah, it's
Oh.
in the same box though. It's like the second row, fourth one down.
So you guys can continue moving at this pace, but it will continue to tire you out. But
Do I see anything? How far off can I see?
You
I
die.
mean, you can see off pretty far. I mean, if you're looking off in the distance, you see a lot of kind of marshlands, very thick woods. So it's hard to see anything on the ground. But I mean, as you're flying up above, you can definitely see that. I mean, it looks like you guys are headed towards the coast.
Seems like we're headed toward a coastline. I don't
think-
know how helpful that's gonna
This
be.
was-
I think
this
you all
was-
had that idea already, but
this was where this is where zombies were also heading, right? When we saw them in cemetery. This is where he started lead them, right?
think so.
Why would Emerald go to coast same direction as zombies?
Revenge, maybe?
Perhaps he's tracking them. As you said, Gustav, maybe revenge. Doesn't seem like he would have much to live for.
No. But Teak thought that maybe he ran away from all of it, but instead he ran toward it. Okay, we continue same pace, or do we want to slow it down?
I mean, I can keep going, but I'm so used to marching all day. What about the rest of you? We also want to be back before it gets dark, yeah.
Plus, if we get there after Cinder's discovered by the new dawn, that wouldn't be good.
It's a good point. Up and back then, Brother Paul.
Where is the sun?
It's above us.
Yeah, I mean, the sun is not as high. It's not at its highest point in the sky, but it's getting high.
We still have a bit more than half a day of sunlight. We can push further just a little.
Okay. And then after that, do we turn back? Okay, Teak. Soon we'll turn back.
One more Teak.
She continues
No one wants to talk to T. Damn.
to follow the tracks.
Okay. So yeah, you guys continue on into these marshlands. And at some point, Teak, as you guys are getting farther on, you start to see some interesting signs in the woods, like snapped branches all over the place, disturbed ground, mud pushed around. It looks like a pretty decent force has come through here and kind of disturbed the surroundings. Different footprints you can see in the mud and stuff. But I mean, you can all probably kind of recognize this at this point.
Where are we?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, what are we recognizing?
You're moving closer to the coast at this, and you have followed the scent of Imral essentially to a point where now you're starting to see what looks like possibly an area where the undead may have come through. You've kind of curved through the woods following his tracks, so you're almost a little bit farther north now, closer to being directly east of Wild Meadow. And yeah, you just see in these kind of marshland, these, trees snap, the moss is pushed away, there's just kind of destruction left behind in the wake of what you would assume to be the hundreds of undead that headed this direction or a similar direction.
Why would he come through here?
Wait, looks like he's still following the zombies, yeah?
We don't know that for sure. Eric implying that he could be leading them.
Oh, yes.
Emerald was the big bad all along. Well, here's the thing. Obviously, we behind Emerald and zombies. Teak wonder if we turn back now and go back to Wild Meadow, if we will never catch up.
We should have brought Cinder with us.
Well, wait. The whole point of us waiting in Wild Meadow is so that the people who can heal Cinder are coming there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we brung Cinder with us, might have missed them. Defeat the whole point, yeah?
I think we should push forward.
I mean, we can't possibly catch them, yeah?
Well, maybe we can catch them if we keep going forward, but if we turn back, maybe not. We will just get further and further behind.
Well, we're definitely eventually going back. We gotta get Cinder.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which coast are we headed towards?
East Coast.
We can
Yes.
camp out tonight and head back tomorrow.
Okay.
If the New Dawn get to that village before us,
Right, that's what I'm worried about.
Is there a way for you to send message and tell them not to hurt Cinder, Brother Paul?
Uh,
I don't think
no,
Brother Paul is skilled.
Unfortunately.
And then Teek's gonna think to herself, if only she had taught Beak how to send messages.
Too bad. Too bad you didn't.
Yeah.
Why don't you learn how to write first, mate?
Right, yeah.
Damn.
She just sends like caveman drawings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
when
Teak seems very skilled in language right now. She read so many books.
Yeah, the three little pigs. And the book on emotional manipulation, the two books that she read.
Jumped right in. Okay. Okay. Well, so we go onward and stay in swamp for night and go back tomorrow.
I mean, I suppose, but Paul, what's the odds of your people showing up in Wild Meadow before us getting back?
I expect them to be there sometime tomorrow. Or the next day. But we can't be 100%.
Maybe Philia can fly back?
I don't want Julia going anywhere by herself.
She's not alone. She has Willow.
She has Willow and she has Pip.
I think Eric's gonna put a hand on Gustav and Teek's shoulder or actually just Gustav's, because I don't know how far away they're standing from each other. Like, I think we should have a talk. And then he's gonna look at Ophelia and Teek as well.
Ophelia will fly down.
Excuse us, Brother Paul.
Oh, of course.
Okay, Brother Paul turns around, puts his fingers in his ears, and starts going, la, 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 la. Yeah.
No, he doesn't walk away. He just says, "Oh,
I
of
know.
course," and
Yeah,
leans up
Brother
against
Paul
a tree.
turns away, and you guys kind of move away from him into your huddled little circle, avoiding earshot.
Eric's gonna like whisper at Gustav. Look, he can't even be sure what time they're arriving, and he's still asking for us to push on. They'll kill him. They will kill Cinder if they find him, regardless of whether or not he's chained to a log. And he still wants us to go on.
But, if we not go on, we might miss any answer that even help us help Cinder.
Why does the cost for Cinder's revival keep changing?
Well, Teak thought cost was always getting to bottom of this, right?
No, the initial cost was just waiting there. Gustav?
I honestly don't know. I agree with you. Cinder's in danger. But if we're losing our one shot of bringing him back by going back now, I don't know what the right choice is.
I don't think that we could, even if we made it to the end of the trail and reached the coast, by then I think the scents and the tracks would have washed away.
Oh, we should have just brought Cinder with us.
That would have been dangerous and also slow us down.
But we could have continued to travel knowing that his body was with us.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially
I should
miss
have
a
left
new
a
dog
note.
who could have healed him. There's no way we could have known how this would turn out.
Look, all I'm saying is, Brother Paul doesn't care about Cinder. He only cares about getting what he wants. For the new dawn.
Right, but what exactly do we do with that?
Eric's just gonna sigh.
Well, I think whatever happens, we should stick together. I say we put it to a vote. I don't really know what's best, but I sort of feel we should try and convince Brother Paul to head back. I agree with Philly, I don't think we'll be able to cash up in time.
I
But
didn't hear that last part.
I don't think we will be able to catch up in time.
I agree.
But Teak think if there even small chance of catching up, this is that chance.
Think it's worth the risk to take.
Teak not know. Teak just know these tracks already old, and if we wait one more day, they even older and even further away.
I have a question. Based on the direction the tracks are going and the towns along the coast, could we deduce where they might go next if they were to travel?
Sure. I mean, as far as you can see, it looks like they're headed towards that little cove on the map. They're headed towards the water. Could be anywhere on the eastern side, it looks like at this point. How they would, I don't know what you could deduce from that. It just looks like they're headed towards the water.
Alright. Is the New Dawn traveling north, south, east? That north, south, or what to meet us?
They're traveling
they're-
from Cairn.
Yeah, so they're traveling like west.
No, the New Dawn aren't traveling from there. There was only a small group in going to Cairn.
Oh, this is a different group.
Most of the New Dawn is stationed in Farhelm. So
The group that's coming to meet us.
yeah, I mean that they're coming from the northerly.
What if I'm sorry, I was confused as to whether or not I want to speak in character or not. I'm sorry. So I guess out of character. What if there's a way to if they're coming from Farhelm to Wild Meadow and we're heading east, essentially, is there a way to kind of it's like a triangle to cut them off before they even reach Wild Meadow before us and then travel with them back to Wild Meadow tomorrow?
You could attempt to cut them off. I mean, the thing is, you guys don't exactly know where they're coming from.
Oh, right.
Brother Paul might know where they're coming from, but Farhelm is essentially an outpost for the New Dawn. Most of the New Dawn is properly stationed in Lothriel.
Right.
So they're either coming from somewhere in Lothriel or Farhelm. But I mean, as far as you guys could guess, I don't know. Apparently you all thought they're coming from Cairn, so maybe you guys still think they're coming from Cairn.
Well,
If we,
I say we put to a vote then. I'll vote we head back.
we head back.
Eric will nod.
Teak will go with friends where friends go, but Teak just saying this may be our only way of maybe catching up to Zombie and Emerald.
Right, we know Teak. I just don't think we think it's worth it. Should we tell Brother Paul?
We'll do a better job deducing where the zombies are going and protecting that town than we are to track the zombie horde and stop them before they get with it.
If Teak was better read, she may give a vote about how inaction can lead. But Teak just nods and agrees.
Brother Paul? We think we'd like to head back. We're worried about our friend.
I mean, what are you worried about? He's tied up. He's not moving anywhere.
Right, but if the new don't get back before us, yeah, they find the zombie, what are they gonna do, yeah? Gonna dust them.
Well, I mean, maybe, but wouldn't really matter anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, the text that I've read says that it doesn't matter if the undead creature is moving or not.
Insight check.
The soul can still be resurrected.
The issue is the New Dawn seems to be a fan of fire, and the way that they've been killing these undead is to turn them to ashes. It doesn't matter if the body's moving or not moving, we still need a body.
That part is true. I don't see any reason for them to burn a single body. And if anything, if anything, they'll just cut off your friend's head or something.
Eric's just gonna sigh and start walking back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys are having this conversation, and Eric just turns around and starts walking the other direction.
Calls out to Eric. How do you expect to even have any leverage here with the New Dawn? How... We've just wasted another day now if we go back.
Eric's just gonna, he's not gonna turn around, he's just gonna keep walking and he's just be like, stop threatening me. And then he's just gonna keep going.
I look to like Gustav. I'm not threatening any of you. I haven't threatened anyone here. I've been trying to help you. I've been trying to lead you all on the path to get your friend back. But at every turn, you all have just been so stubborn.
Well, I was with you until our friend turned.
Do what you want.
Maybe you guys.
And
go
I
back.
walk the other way.
Jail. So, your paths diverge as Eric walks back towards the town and Brother Paul walks off, continuing the direction you guys were headed.
Delia will follow Eric.
Alright, Teak. Let's go. Looks like this didn't work out. Way was open.
But what if this Cinder's only chance? We can't take him with us like that forever.
Eric's gonna start walking back to the group.
Eric turns around and walks back to the group.
I'll bring Cinder's body back with me.
You think you can find your way back to us? You think you can carry him on your back?
Can Willow carry him?
Willow's a medium creature. I don't think he's...
Yeah, Willow's a little
Wow, the weak.
weak.
Excuse me?
What's the point of having a battle bee if the bee can't carry anything but you?
That's the whole
A
point.
small creature, okay? Me, Willow's super strong.
I'll just.
I'll go back with Eric, and me, Eric, and Willow will bring Cinder with us.
I'll use the mutagen to beef up my strength and carry him back.
Okay.
Just beef up Willow. then you can carry.
I don't think that's how those. I don't know if it works on giant bees, bro.
Don't think it does.
Teak is going to go ahead and like pat Eric and Philia, like a little awkwardly, be like, "You guys, be safe. Keep friend. You're safe."
Eric will not.
And then Teak's gonna turn around and start running towards Brother Paul.
Damn.
Eric's gonna look at
Okay.
Philia. Let's go.
Okay.
So Teak and Eric start heading back towards Wild Meadow.
Yeah. And Eric. Teak is running towards Brother Paul.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Teak?
Yeah.
Philia and Eric start heading back towards Wild Meadow while Gustav and Teak catch up with Brother Paul. And we'll take our break a little early there. I will celebrate that I finally accomplished my goal of splitting up the group.
I mean, it's just more work for you.
He pours himself a glass of Bundaberg ginger beer.
Yep, exactly. Celebratory drink.
See you guys in a
More
few.
work for me. It's gonna be more work for you when you're dead.
There's no work at all when you're dead.
Yeah, bear back.
I'll have to make a new character. That's work.
Be right back.
Alright, be back.
This is great. We did the most advisable thing. Split the party.
Oh wait, let me mute so I can type. And I really want to go to these protests, but like, I don't want to get hit by a horse.
Just get like that horse repellent. you buy a giant can of bear repellent and just spray it at the officer.
Sorry, what did you say? Horse repellent? I like totally zoned out.
Oh, I said get bear repellent.
Oh, bear repellent. Bear repellent.
And spray it in the officer's face. Then you just like run out of the way of the horse, and then the horse will charge forward and it will hit the officer's head on a signpost.
That's an excellent suggestion.
Also, when are we gonna rest? Because we don't want to be exhausted
I know, we're
when the new
basically
dawn
just gonna have to
comes.
be exhausted when we get back here and then rest here while they continue the excavation. It's the only way to fix this issue of leaving Cinder behind.
Julia needs to redisguise Willow because she got a little excited about being to ride a bee.
It's
And by
true.
she, I mean me. Dumb question. What's the difference between a normal shelf and a bookshelf? Is it just that one has books?
A
'Cause
bookshelf
I don't
has
see it as
sides.
that. Oh. Thank you.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Brother Paul.
I would say it's good to be back, but it doesn't feel like it is.
Good.
Maybe you shouldn't keep threatening us.
Maybe you should focus on bringing your friend back.
But see, your leverage is bringing our friend back, and the reason we want to go back is so we can preserve his body so it doesn't get burned. So by saying, if you don't help me, you won't advocate for getting our friend back. The point that we're going back and trying to get his body makes your argument null and void because ours is a prerequisite for yours.
Maybe. I want to know how long Eric's gonna last until he snaps and just throws a bomb at Brother Paul.
Soon. Very soon. Why do you think I took the special trait?
Can we talk about the tree, though? It has, like, a demon face in it and a tiger face in it.
You also have a demon face and a tiger face in your face.
Thank you, I try.
Wait, where's the tiger and where's the demon face?
The demon face is, like,
Is that it?
No.
What's that face?
like, that's the face, with, like, that being the eyes, that being the horns, that being the nose, that
How
being
is
the
that
teeth.
the nose? This is clearly the nose, and these are clearly the eyes.
Here, let me...
And there's literally a man's face here. There's like there's a nose right in the middle, there's lips right there underneath, and there's two eyes. Where's
Well,
the
that's
tiger?
not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, I see the face now.
That is not even a face, Ophelia. What the shit is? Oh wait, stop!
That wasn't me.
Gustav! No wait,
Who
look.
who graffitied?
No wait, we're trying to show you the faces in the tree. Look, this is an eye. This is an eye. This is a nose. There's an eye here. There's an eye here. There's a nose in the middle, and then there's like lips. Oh wait, this is the nose. Oh fuck. Oh, I can't erase it. Actually I can. Wait, let me just select it. How do I fucking select it? Oh my fucking god. Okay, so like, this is the nose. Oh, for fuck's sake! Whatever. And then this is the mouth. Fuck off!
I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at Teague trying to join in. Oh, is that the tiger face, Teague?
I mean, faces are cool, but
No.
fat raven men are better.
That's Raven, man.
Yeah, there's a fat raven man sitting right in the middle of the picture.
That's a fucking rock, bro.
That's a raven. That is the beak.
Oh.
That is the eye. That is the head. That is the fat belly. And that is the arm.
Oh my god. Oh look, and this is the guy from Full Metal Alchemist, the one that eats a lot.
There's his spear.
Exactly.
Oh my god. What is wrong with you people?
And look, this is a
the-
rotten pumpkin. This is the body, and this is the stem of the pumpkin.
There's like a demon, like devil face in it. Here,
Teague
I'm
is
uploading the thing.
trying her best.
not there.
Tiny face.
Nobody sees it. Feels bad. See, it's like there.
How did you draw that and we didn't see that? Teak, that's beautiful.
The smiley face? Yeah, I see
Look
the
at the one
smiley
Teak
face.
did. Oh look, there's an angry face here. Look, this is the mouth that's unhappy. And this is the eyes. And this is the nose. Why is my one so extra bad? Like, it's not letting me control it at all.
Same. Mine keeps on skipping out my mouse movements.
I feel like you have to be like mentally disturbed to see that demon face in there.
What, this one?
No, the one that Patrick drew.
That one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't
Doesn't
even
it look?
No?
Oh look, this is a demon hand holding a pen.
No, it's just the face. Where like that's the eye.
I
Like,
think there's something
that
wrong with
porn-
you, Patrick.
To it. It looks like a little
You know the
skull.
thing that the psychologists give to like their patients? They're like, what do you
The
see in this blue
Rorschach
ink?
test.
And like Teak saw a smiley face, Cinder saw a crow man, and you saw a demon.
And Gustav saw a spear penis.
I
But
just saw
that-
a spear. I don't know what you're talking about.
That face looks like Pepe, looking the other way.
Dear Lord. Okay.
See, it's not all bad. Sometimes
Well,
I see memes. Sometimes I see a devil. It's okay.
Shall
Oh my
we
god, you're right, that does look
continue?
like Patrick.
Graffiti
This is
artists?
Patrick. Yes, let's continue. This is Patrick.
That looks just like him.
Thank you. I'm an excellent artist. I like Teak's just slowly drawing these tiny little things. Why are you muted, Teak? What are you eating, Teak?
I'm not eating anything. I just had nothing to say. Someone with my bunny. Look, it's
Oh, look, this is a rabbit. This is a frog. This is a little eye. This is an eye. Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what
big-
I said. It's Pepe, the frog.
Freaking Naruto's in the back over here. Okay, fine. You can delete my art.
No. But like the
This is
demon,
really my
right?
No,
The
Patrick. no one
demon's
sees
there
the
and the
demon.
tiger. I'm not crazy. It's there.
The demon is not there. You're absolutely.
There's like
Wait,
the
where's the
eye
tiger
there.
though?
The nose is there. Like
You
the
drew
mouth
it.
is.
We see
I
what
can
you
see
drew.
what he's talking about now, but where's the lion? Is the lion over here?
It's this thing. See, the eyes are here,
And this is
The
how we
nose is
spent the
here.
rest of the session.
and like the mouth
Yeah,
is
okay,
there.
Patrick, you're on fucking crack. I don't know what the fuck you ate, but still. Well, I do know what you ate. You ate fucking crack.
Well, let's get back to Gustav, Teak, Brother Paul. You guys move forward further on into the woods. Are you keeping up your quickened pace?
I will match the pace of the others.
Yeah, I'll match Brother Paul's pace since we're following him, like running up, like catching up to him.
BP, what's the story?
I think knowing that we now have a full day, he'll and because Eric and Philia are going back, he'll probably slow the pace down to a more manageable state for the long term.
Okay. Well, now that you guys have all, well, you have slowed down. I guess I'll give you. You guys have all taken 5 more non-lethal damage That includes Eric and Philia. I want to mark that down.
We're dying.
Okay. So, Brother Paul slows the pace down a bit. You guys continue moving through the marshy
Wait,
woods.
is it 5 in total or 5 like an additional 5?
An additional 5.
Thank you.
Where was I? Yes. You guys slow your pace down and continue through the marshy woodlands. Until eventually you start to see some more light creep through the thinning trees. It looks like you might be nearing the edge. But as you've slowed your pace down, it takes you a little while to get there, a little bit longer than it would at your faster pace. But eventually you guys do see an end and the tree line in the distance. How would you guys like to approach this situation?
I look to Brother Paul.
We push forward.
Okay. As you guys move through the tree line, at this point, you're pretty much just following the bits of destruction left behind by the zombies. Or what you would assume to be the zombies. You finally reach the coast. As you guys peer through the veil of the forest, you see, I wouldn't so much call it a beach as it is a rocky outcrop that has made its way here. It is not your kind of traditional coastline that you would see in modern places. It's probably more like I don't know, different places have different. It's like the coast of Ireland, kind of rocky, very jaggedy, hard, difficult terrain to navigate.
Like cliff face, almost. Like cliffy.
It's not a full-on cliff face here. There are parts that you can see where the elevation goes up and down as you clear it, where there are just straight cliff faces and drops into the ocean, which I guess technically this part is the bay, but leading to the ocean. But that's what you first see initially when you exit this rocky outcrop. But upon pushing closer to the water, in the distance, you see a couple figures moving towards the water. It's kind of obscured by all the rocky outcroppings and everything. It's tough to see from where you guys are. BP?
See that
Are
over
we
there,
approaching?
Gustav? Take.
Yeah.
Hi.
Should we try get closer look?
I think we should.
Are you guys approaching stealthily or normally or?
Yeah, Teef's gonna kind of like sneakily climb, like, you know, crawl up the rocks instead of just like bounding over him. Try to peek over.
Oh, okay. You can roll me an acrobatics check because you're trying to be all Mrs. Cool Body, I guess. You're all stealthing or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can all roll your stealth check.
Follow the others' lead.
Do I do acrobatics and stealth?
Yes.
Clang, clang.
At least I look cool, so you know what? There's that.
God, you have a -3 to your stealth check?
I'm wearing armor.
Damn.
And this is the super stealthy armor, too. Imagine if I was wearing normal armor.
Patrick, let it go.
I
What?
swear it's
What's wrong with you, Patrick?
Fucking demon.
Yeah, you're demented. You're just drawing stuff that's not even there.
It's there. All of those are lines from the tree.
Oh wait, you know, I think I see it. It's Bambi.
Feels bad, man.
It's real. The demon is coming. Don't you see? The end times are
Yeah.
here.
That's what it feels like is happening here. Teak is in her element. She's got her claws out. She's got her feet. She's like a monkey climbing up these rocks, looking around, sneaking through them. You guys are not the stealthiest bunch, but you approach somewhat quietly. And as you move through this difficult to navigate outcropping of rocks, it takes you longer than you would expect. It's definitely a difficult terrain to navigate. But eventually, Teak probably getting there first, you guys make it to the edge of this outcropping, and you can look down below you. There's essentially a small plateau that stretches out to the left, whereas to the right, the rocky outcropping continues to slope downwards into a kind of flattening area. And Teak, you plant yourself on top of this plateau. Gustav and Brother Paul a bit behind you. But as you do peer over, you see numerous figures. Maybe 50 or so shambling. And it looks like they're just headed towards the water at this point. And you can see a little bit farther away, out in the water, there's a small vessel of some sort. And there's a figure standing within this boat.
A hatted figure?
Roll me a perception check.
Shit.
No, I mean it's pretty easy to see from this point. It does look like the figure has a large hat.
We found him.
Causing a shadow around him on the boat.
Teak is going to sort of creep back down, because I assume she's kind of like climbed on top of the rocks and they might be trying to walk around them. I don't know, but she's going to point this out to Gustav and to Brother Paul. That's him, that man with hat. At least that's what Teak think. See, he leading them into ocean.
Alright. Well, what do we do?
Is your arm okay?
Yeah, but it's not really acting up right now.
Well, we don't have boat. It's about how far away is this vessel out from the shore?
decently far, probably a few hundred yards.
And,
Which you all know what yards are. I hope.
yeah. And Teak not see Emerald. So what do we do?
Um, we're so close.
What's on the what? Why are they going in to see what on the other side?
Who knows? I mean, I'm not best at geography.
Brother Paul, do you know?
Does it look like they're heading to Trustum, like in that direction?
It could be Trustrum, could be Cairn, could be anywhere on that eastern side. But it does look like they're headed in that general direction. I mean, are you guys have moved up to where Teak is, so you're all looking at them now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching them, yeah, I mean, you can see that they're moving in that general. The undead are just kind of shuffling into the water as you continue to watch.
Well, Teak, Brother Paul not know this, but Teak can fly, she thinks. But what would Teak do? Would she fly to Bo and
I mean, I've seen the guy disappear. Yeah, I think he's full of tricks. I'd be nervous about you going by yourself, but I mean, I haven't swam much.
Okay, well,
I suppose I could try to distract them, draw their attention while you two do something.
Teak not sure if it good to engage, but that man with hat, he definitely, well, at least from here, Teak think he definitely the one leading them.
Right. But we came here for a reason, right? To find some information. What were you hoping to do once we caught up with them?
No,
this might be enough information. We know from the direction they're heading. It looks like it's either Karen or Trustrum.
And we know they'll be coming by the sea.
Right.
Alright then.
It might be enough. I don't know if it's worth doing anything further from here.
but what about finding cure for Cinder? Not
How many do we see out there right now?
about 50.
Yeah,
50.
roughly 50 or so.
And there could be more that are already in the water. I mean,
There could be.
we're pretty good in this scrap, but this is more than twice what we fought before.
Teak now. Okay. Well, so we set up camp near shore and wait for Philia and Eric to meet us tomorrow here.
I mean, maybe from here we just wait for the new dawn.
Oh, you coming by here?
What?
You think I'll be coming by here?
We're not here. I mean, back at Wildhelm, Wild Meadow.
So go.
Yeah.
Okay. You two head back.
What about you?
Just hide back there in the trees or something.
What are you gonna do?
And you see, he pulls out his little amulet with the sun emblem on it. Clutches it to his chest, and you hear him kind of whisper a few things. And at the end of it, you hear him kind of say, "Protect me from the undead," blah blah blah. Just like a little mumble, and this light kind of shines out. And Brother Paul is going to
Digivolve.
call out to the man in the hat. Well, he's going to stand up and then walk, pretty much run towards the beach, screaming to the man in the hat.
Oh god.
Yeah, you stand up, and before you even start screaming, you can see that the man in the hat has his arms crossed, and his head is turned in your general direction. And as you stand up and start screaming, what are you yelling at the...
Hey, mister! What are you doing out there? There's all these undead creatures.
Okay.
Oh, playing dumb.
so-
He's like, uh-oh.
So you start moving towards the beach.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it's not safe.
What's the DC on your hide from undead?
Oh fuck. It would be...
What?
It would be 15? Yeah, 15. Oh, 16, sorry.
Okay. Well. 18, 19, and a 20.
Oh, perfect.
I was like, what the fuck? So you start moving towards the beach, and you're yelling at this guy, and a good portion of the undead just continue shambling into the water ahead. But as you're kind of waving your arms and yelling and getting closer, a few of them turn around, and they seem to be approaching you at this point.
Okay. Has the man in the hat said anything at this point?
I mean, the figure in the hat, the man in the hat is quite far away. I imagine even if they were to have said something, you wouldn't be able to hear them.
Oh.
And they have a mask on, so you can't really see whether or not they're moving. Their mouth, I should say.
Oh, okay.
But yes, a few of the undead turn around and they start moving towards you.
Okay, well, I'll try to keep a distance between those and just continue to call out to the dude, see if I can get any kind of response. Like, what are you doing out there?
So you continue to move closer and closer to the beach, and there's now about 10 undead moving towards you.
Oh.
2 of which seem to be moving faster than the.
I see. Okay, well, time to turn around and run.
Okay, so BP's is gonna turn tail and start booking it at him. Okay, and you're doing your full sprinting, I imagine, is the.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. Are you just running back to Gustav and Teak, or are you gonna like just straight bolt back?
No, I'm not gonna run back to Gustav and Teak. I'll probably run like back
to the ocean.
Towards the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. So Teak and Gustav, you at this point see Brother Paul is kind of yelling at this figure, and these zombies start coming toward Brother Paul, 2 of which are kind of running on all fours almost, and those 2 are starting to catch up to him a bit, but at the same time as that happens, you see the figure on the boat take his giant hat off and puts it over his chest and kind of does like a bow towards Brother Paul. What are you guys doing? Anything? Or are you just gonna watch Brother Paul run?
No, Teak.
I'll look nervously towards Teak.
Teak's gonna look back at where Paul's running and then back towards Gustav and be like, "Well, it's not like we can just let him die." And then she's gonna turn around and she's going to not like break from the rocks and like run directly after Paul, but more like she's also running back into the woods in hopes to meet up with Paul like later on in the woods. Like, don't know how to describe it, but she's not directly following after Paul and the zombies, but she is running into the woods.
You're kind of like, you're like running alongside them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt them.
All right. So, Brother Paul, you start kind of not wandering, but like running into these woods. Are you doing anything in particular? Or are you just like, are you trying to run and hide, or are you just running full blast into the woods?
Just going through into the woods. If I can spot anywhere that's worth hiding, I will try to duck into there and hide. But if I do not spot anything, I will keep running.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the rocky outcropping is making it difficult for you to move very effectively. And the fast ones are now catching up to you into the woods. Teak and Gustav are off to the side. And
Yeah.
we shall...
Oh.
Yes?
No, I was gonna say if oh, never mind. No, continue. You can continue. I shall. It's fine.
We will now roll for initiative and figure what's happening.
I would like to cast Fireball.
Okay.
Cool. Didn't think that would work.
God, where the
You-
hell is my initiative?
You cast Fireball.
Nice.
Nothing happens. 'Cause
Dang it.
But in your mind, you cast Fireball. You think it's really cool.
Could I do the rest of this battle in my mind where I have access to Fireball?
Yeah. You keep casting Fireball, and you feel like it's burning the zombies, but they just end up eating you, actually.
Well, I had a good run.
Barbecue Gus.
Stop, you do have a torch. And remember, only you can start forest fires. And everyone else.
This is a marshy forest, though. I feel like it won't catch fire effectively.
There's only one way to find out.
Just spill oil on top of the marsh and then light it on fire.
You put a lot of thought into how to set marshes on fire.
Okay.
Well, the marshes are the realm of the mushroom people who fill
Why are these zombies so speedy? What the hell?
So, do keep in mind that the trees are
alive.
You can't just like run directly through the trees. You have to like go in between them and stuff when you're moving. I will also keep that in mind for the enemies. But the zombies go first. There's that one.
This looks bad, man.
These zombies are so willful. Either that or that bastard told them to come get us.
I think the only one making it out of this is you, Teak. You have to fly away and tell our story.
What's your AC, Brother Paul?
It is a wonderful 13.
Oh god.
Okay, well, lucky for you, the first fast zombie runs up to you and slashes at you with its claws, but as you're running away and it catching up, it doesn't make contact.
Very good.
Okay. Zombie. All right, Gustav. You see. Oh, also do keep in mind you guys are fatigued.
Correct. So I cannot dash.
Correct.
So I suppose, could I move like this? Like to get around the tree?
Like what? I don't see anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. You can move around like that way, or like
Okay.
in theory, if you wanted to, you could like cut through trees like that and stuff. All I'm saying is you can't do like that. You can't go like straight through a tree.
Okay. I think I'm being a little cowardly, so I'm gonna go like that.
Damn.
And I guess since I still have an action, could I do like a no, not full defense. Is there like a...
There is a full defense action, but I
Is
think
it a full action or a standard action?
I don't remember. Let me look real quick. No one's used it yet.
I think it's in the combat skills thing.
Total defense. There we go. You can defend yourself as a standard action. You get a +4 dodge bonus to your AC for 1 round.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. So yeah, you spend your standard action in a defensive stance. Okay, so that's Gustav. Zombies are a go.
That's the plan.
All right.
Got my next 4 turns all laid out.
Okay, BP. There's a zombie right up on your jump.
Show them the might of your god. Turn them to ash.
I will take the disengaged action and move to there.
Okie dokie.
Was it there?
I don't know. I wasn't. You move your. You move your thing.
That's it.
Okay, that's your turn, or you? I guess you don't have any swift actions or anything.
And nope.
Okay. Teak, you see Brother Paul run into the trees, being
Oh, man.
chased by zombies.
Oh man. Okay.
Your moment. And use your
Yeah.
power. You're in your element.
I think knowing that she needs to be fast, she's going to go ahead and she's going to enter into her major air form.
Whoa! Is that a swift action or what?
Well, my minor air form I think was a swift action. I don't know about the major air form. I could also count as it doesn't really matter to me. However, let me see. Wild shape. It doesn't say if it's an action or not because I've never really. Oh yeah. To change to a major form back is a standard action that doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. It's
There
a
you go.
standard action.
So you can do that and then move if you want.
All right. So fly up to 60 feet. Does that include flying upwards? Right? I assume so, right?
Yeah. So however
Okay.
far you want to fly up and then to the side.
Oh, but I think she'll just use it to be like quick for now, and so not necessarily fly upwards. Maybe just
Yeah.
glide, and then she's going to go here, and then here. So right here. You
There's-
appreciate it. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then that's her turn.
Nice. Well, this zombie's gonna run up to old BP.
So sad. If you keep running, they can't get in a double attack on you.
BP, are you there? He's not.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Saved by the baby.
I'll let him know how much damage he. Zombies continue to move.
The zombie that hit him was Reggie.
This zombie's gonna go around jumping from the back.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, brother Paul get swiped up. Gustav, it's your turn.
I will run beside Teak. Can I go there? Like the square beneath.
Sure.
Alright. And I will use the... What was it called again? Total defense.
Organ grind? Oh,
No.
double defense. Okay, yeah.
I can only do that when I'm blood raging, which I can't do right now.
Oh, you can't blood rage right now?
No, not when I'm fatigued.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry. What did I miss?
You are surrounded by zombies. You have taken 15 points of damage.
Wonderful.
Yeah, they've clawed you up pretty. And they're beating the shit out, pretty much. Yeah, this Okay, BP, it's your turn. You're surrounded by zombies. You've taken quite a beating. They slashed you up. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna call out. Leave me. Save yourselves. And
Very good.
Pretty sure that was Gustav's plan all along. No need to call it out.
and I shall cast
Alright, sometime this week.
yeah. I shall cast a sanctuary.
Okay.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 16 DC is what it is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to attempt to move at all, or are you just gonna stay there?
So I will cast that, and then I shall take a 5-foot step that away.
Okay. One of them is going to attempt to attack you.
What?
A reflex action, they made the Wilson.
Oh,
Or does it say that they can't do attack of opportunity?
well, it's a 5-foot step. So there's...
Oh, sorry, you took the 5-foot step. Oh, my bad. I thought you were running. Okay,
Yeah, no.
never mind. Alright, so you just 5-foot step there.
Yeah.
Okay. Teak, it's your turn.
Yep. She heard Brother Paul, and she's attempting to get out of there. But what she's going to do is she's going to fly in, and because it's kind of on her way, she's gonna fly, and then she's going to take her in her major air form. She's going to barrel into the zombie and slam him. Bam!
Holy
It
fuck!
misses.
Yeah, you're not used to your major air form yet, and as you barrel through, your gust of wind that tries to slam him just kind of goes wide, shoots around.
Right, in that case, she's just gonna. Yeah, she's just gonna go there.
Okay.
Right.
So you're provoking attack of opportunity.
Sure. Oh, I need to put my DC should be. It's a little less, but I haven't put I haven't put my temp modifier on because of my major air form yet. So give me one.
Well, it's
It's
okay.
20. It's 20 right
it
now.
missed anyways, so
Oh, okay.
you're fine.
I'm so scarred by last time. There were like 23s, 24.
They wasted all of their good rolls resisting Brother Paul's hiding the undead or whatever. That was like insane. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Fast zombie. 5 foot. Double claws, baby. Oh fuck, Brother Paul, you're getting fucked up, son.
Did it make its will save?
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
God damn it. No.
You take 8 points of damage, Brother Paul. It slashes you.
Okay.
It's claw. Okay. Zombies moving. BP, you're getting fucking surrounded here, BP.
Get out of there, Gustav. Run.
Jesus. Okay. Make a new will save. Oh shit. Do I have to make a will save for each attack? Or is it... I think it's just attack. It's just one. Like attack as normally.
Yeah.
Okay. BP. You were such a bright, shining star, BP. BP, you are double clawed for 18 points of damage.
And with that, BP falls to his knees.
Oh my god.
And
Jesus.
Crunching
Christ. Oh my
over.
God.
he whispers to himself, I only wanted to save their friend. And falls.
You should have cast the spell. Gosh dang it, brother.
Gustav, you see Brother Paul fall unconscious to the ground in front of you. The zombies are getting pretty close to him.
Seeing the dire situation, I try to awaken the rage within me, but notice that my arm lies still. I do not have that strength. Fear takes hold, and I'm going to try to get away from these guys, but it's not going to go so good because I can only move 30 feet, so I will move there.
Okay.
You can sprint, right?
Nope. We're
Fatigued.
fatigued,
Not when
yo.
we're fatigued, no. Only movement, yeah.
Ah, shit.
This one's gonna move up here. Looks like it's looking at you, Gustav.
Bad news, man.
BP, you're unconscious, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me that death saving throw.
Swear
Nat
to God.
20. Jump up. Natural energy. Or
You're one in the positive, BP. Teak, you are sprinting away, but you see Brother Paul go down behind you.
Oh no. This is so difficult. She. Damn, I don't know what Teak would do. That basically suicide right there. Okay.
Better fly. You can fly in there and swoop them up, run away.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna consider
That's
doing.
pretty risky, though.
Yeah, it would be like it would provoke attack of opportunity from all of these guys surrounding him.
Or
before.
more attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You can survive.
Okay. What's D&D without a little risk? Wait for me, Cinder. I'm joining you.
Oh god.
She's gonna swoop in and she's going to pick him up into her arms and attempt to go this way to meet up with you stuff. So that would have been 35. So she can do 25 feet.
Okay.
Oh, so she'd be one.
Uh,
Or
since you're carrying Brother Paul, you are,
oh, okay, it would be
moving more
half. So
slowly.
I would be like, yeah.
but you could go. You could use that to go up in the air so that they can't reach you.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what she would do then. She'll go up, straight up, so that
So sorry,
least-
how you moved 35 feet to him?
35 feet to him, yeah. So it would be 25
And-
feet up in the air.
Okay, so you're.
Or no, 25,
We'll
half
say
of that, so
we'll
12.
say 10. You're 10 feet in the air.
Okay. Okay,
out of
sounds good.
range, I guess, with Brother Paul in your hands.
Are they gonna make their attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to put you two together in your special. Okay, let's do some attack of opportunity actions.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm ready for the crits.
You got pretty fucking lucky. One of them swipes with their claw and hits you for 7 damage as you fly it, but the rest seem to be moving too slowly. You're now 10 feet above them, and they're kind of reaching up with their claws, just trying to get at you. But that is your turn. I mean, I honestly think this zombie here is gonna try and claw at you this turn. This fast zombie. This guy's gonna start moving.
Watch out for their spitters.
It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, these zombies are around you are gonna spend their turn just trying to get at you, even though they can't. I mean, they're zombies, not smart. But this one sees the others just kind of got you covered already, so it's heading up. It's going for Gustav. All right, Gustav. You see, Damn, no hesitation. All right. Well, that's
Defense
Gustav's.
action.
That's Gustav's turn.
See ya.
This one.
What am I gonna do?
This one is gonna take a couple steps and shoot off a shot, a spitter shot at Tiki. Tiki, this spit bile green just comes and blobs onto you, and it burns a bit. You take 5 points of damage from
Jesus.
this one. It's going up. BP, roll me another death save there, BP. Ooh, one in the negative, one in the positive, one in the negative.
It's getting juicy.
Teak, you've got BP in your hand.
Yep, she's just going to start getting the fuck out of there.
Okay, so you're hovering 10 feet above the ground, just going straight.
Yep, going straight up.
So I'll move up here and try and claw at you to know. Okay.
We're soaring, flying.
So let's break it off. Headed towards Gustav.
I think that's all she wrote, everybody.
That's alright, we're getting out of here, Gustav.
You're getting out of here.
We're going to,
You can't carry both of us.
Gustav.
30 feet up, total defense. But, they move faster than me, so.
Some of them do.
You can put your
Here's how we'll fix this.
put your
Weird
character on the
problem.
bottom of the map.
Yep, I already did it for you guys.
Nice.
So now you can move, you can move your 30 feet, Gustav. This zombie is gonna shoot Teak again. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, it spits out at you, Teak. You take 7 points of damage.
okay,
Okay.
got it.
This one down here, I mean, honestly, it's like it sees you flying up in the air. It starts to lose interest and just kind of want. BP, roll me another death save. Oh shit, BP's 2 in the negative.
Jesus Christ, BP!
Things aren't looking good for BP. Are we gonna do some emergency medical flying work here or what?
So using her movement, she's going to, noticing she's kind of in the range of spit here, she's going to go her full 30 feet upwards.
Oh. Okay, so
Yeah.
you go 30 feet up.
Yep, and then she's going to try to, noticing that he's, maybe bleeding out or whatever, she's in the air, trying to finagle, maybe, use her hands to, stop the bleeding or something like that. She's going to try.
Okay, roll me a heal check.
Dear God, Brother Paul, I'm trying.
I think that's actually good enough, yeah. You stabilize BP. He's still negative hit points, but he is no longer bleeding out.
Oh God.
So yeah, good job. Distancing you fly way farther up in the air is left with no other options.
Oh God!
This other one, like, kind of sees you fly up and has lost Gustav in the trees, so it's just gonna kind of wander away as well. This one sees you up in the air and is going to spit at you, but its spit can't even reach you from where it is. So it spits, but you're too far away. This other one also sees you fly up into the air, and Gustav is out of sight. This thing doesn't really know what else to do, so it's gonna kind of wander out. But the hunters have Gustav's scent.
Okay, well, 2v1 is a lot better than 1v10. So, good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
No, don't worry. As soon as I find a safe place to put
Other
down
one.
our friend.
Kind of wandering away from Teak. This one does have eyeline on Gustav, so it's gonna go after him. Gustav, it's your turn, my friend.
Move by 30 feet, total defense.
Okay. This zombie's going to kind of... Gustav kind of disappears, so this one kind of wanders back towards BP and is just clawing at the air. This guy is going to move here, but does not have enough actions left. BP, you're stabilized but unconscious. Tika, you're now 40 feet up in the air.
Yep. I think Teak is going to move to be safe 5 more feet in the air and then start moving away. By that point, is she taller? She's above the trees, right? I assume.
Yeah, you're 45 feet up. You're above the trees.
Okay, so in an attempt to kind of gain cover, she's gonna fly like over this tree, so that they're under the tree, and
Okay.
her and Brother Paul are over it.
Yeah. This one catches up to Gustav. But he's total defense. Let's see how he does. Yeah.
No.
Gustav, you're total defense mode. You're scared. You, kind of throw your sword up and you stop the onslaught of this zombie that claws at you.
Hey.
This plague one doesn't really know where Teak has gone, so it's gonna kind of wander around, trying to other fast zombie. It's going to get on the other side of Gustav. And also misses. Gustav is in his defense stance. He's keeping strong. That one's moving up. Gustav. There's 2 zombies on, and another one in the distance. What are you gonna do?
So could I 5-foot step, then move the rest of my 25 or 30, and then take the total defense action?
I don't believe so.
Okay, in that case, I will disengage and then move my 30 feet there.
Okay. What a hero.
There's no one to save. It's just me.
Oh, I know. Teak disappears up in the trees. This zombie also kind of wanders. This one, I mean, it sees Teak. It's gonna try spitting at her, but can't hit her from there. Teak, you're up above the trees. There's some spit coming at you, but
Yeah.
it can't reach you.
Okay. She's going to she's gonna start moving. Kind of from like tree, like flying above the tree to tree to try to lose them.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go there.
Yeah, you move forward, and as you find the opening there, you see a Gustav,
He's in trouble.
and he is in trouble. This time he doesn't have his defensive stance, but the zombie missed claws at him and doesn't make contact. The other one's gonna come up behind him. This one, taking advantage of you being distracted, slams you in the back with a critical attack.
Survivor.
You take 12 points of damage. Wait, what? You only had like 1 hit point left?
No, my thing that cancels critical attacks.
Oh, okay, good. That's what it is. Okay, so you take 5 points of damage instead.
Woo.
Zombie. Okay, Gustav, you're surrounded once again.
Alright, well, this doesn't look like it's gonna go so good, so I have to start fighting back. 5-foot step. Great sword attack.
Get
Can I
him!
also claw attack? Or
You are
since
not.
I 5-foot stepped.
You're not blood
Understood.
blood
Here we
blood
go.
rage.
A 17.
Hey, yeah, you get your great sword into this thing's flesh,
Just hold
taking
on, buddy.
a big chunk out of it. It's wounded but still alive.
Right. Turn over.
This thing's following Teak, but it can't hit her. BP's with Teak, right?
All right. So Teak is going to. What is? Oh, sorry. Yep, she's just gonna continue on, moving on, jumping from tree to tree, trying to lose old Spitter Boy there.
Okay. Gustav has made his stand.
Yeah.
Oh, Gustav!
Oh, this zombie swipes at you twice, Gustav, but misses its attack. You're using your sword to parry its blows. This other one steps up to you, attempting to claw you up as well. This time, you're so distracted by the other one's attacks that it gets a shot in on you, slashes you across your side with its claws, dealing 8 points of damage. Brings its other claws in, but after you've been wounded, you manage to hold off the attack with your blade. The zombie's up to you, but it can't do anything. All right, Gustav.
Right. Gonna try to hit the same one. No good.
No!
5-foot step.
Oh yeah, that is no good. That's too bad. Yeah, you 5-foot step out. This zombie sees Teak flying above. Wants to spit at her.
So bad.
It's trying to get there and it just keeps spitting and nothing's happening. Teak, you see Gustav surrounded by 3 enemies.
Is there any place in the tree that would give Brother Paul enough protection from the spitter that Teak could put him down on? Like a nice thick branch covered by the branches of the tree. Lay in there.
I'd say it's possible. It might need some assistance, mechanical assistance from you.
Okay.
Make me a knowledge nature check.
All right. Oh God.
Okay, yeah, you fly down 10 feet and set him in the branches here in this tree. You nestle a little spot for him. So now that you're no longer holding him, you can move your full speed, but you already used 20 going down.
Yeah.
So you got 40 left, but he is safe nestled in the tree.
Okay, in that case, she's going to fly after she moves back up her, 20. She put him down. Fly to Gustav, towards Gustav anyway. So, yeah.
You're not gonna fly here and go for an attack.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Oh, if she could, yes, she'll attack.
Oh, well, you have to fly down though. You're really high.
Yeah. That's
okay, yeah, I forgot you don't have any range. So, you're there, but you're 35 feet up now, I believe is what.
Yeah, 35. Well, she went down 10 feet. She put Paul down.
Yeah, so you were at 45. Now you're at 35. So 35 feet up above them.
She's going to maybe attempt to draw the attention of one of them. She's gonna make some noise. Some mental noises. Sure.
You see the one in front of you turn around. This other one though, they don't play no game. It wants Gustav's face. But it claws at him again, and Gustav's getting really lucky here. He blocks it with his sword. He parries. But this other one's gonna step in. Wow. He's getting really lucky. Same thing. Gustav is just holding on for dear life. Just holding up his sword, stopping these claws. The zombie looks at you and moves under you and starts trying to claw the air. Gustav, it's your turn.
Alright, same one. As I parry, I'll turn that into a slash. No good. 5 foot step back.
God damn, Gustav. What the fuck's wrong with you? Plague zombie sees its opportunity.
Of course it does.
It can't hit you yet because I had to move too far, but it's ready. BP, you're there. Teak, it's your turn.
Oh shit. Okay. You know what? Actually. So she's, hold up, I gotta do something. She's 35 feet in the air, right? She's 35 feet up.
Correct.
Okay. And Gustav is 20 feet that away. We're going for an airlift. Yeah, she could make it to him, but she can't. She could probably pick him up and then just hover there for 5 feet. God, it's so risky. Yeah, you know what? That's what she'll do. She swoops below him.
Damn. All right.
And she picks Gustav up, and they're now hovering 5 feet because that's her full movement.
Okay. You pick up Gustav, and you're hovering there, but within attack range.
Yeah.
This is gonna step, take some attacks. Still wants Gustav. Since you're kind of holding it, it claws at you, Gustav, and now that you're being held by Teak, you're a little bit less agile with your sword. Its first attack claws into you. You take 9 points of damage, but the second one, this other one's gonna step up as well, but misses both of its claw attacks. This one will move up to you guys, but it cannot attack. Gustav.
Try to finish that one. Give us a few less attackers.
Do it. Yeah! You swing your greatsword from the arms of Teak and smash that one zombie in half.
Hey!
In the arms of an angel. Fly away.
Now is the
God.
time the spitter's been waiting. It spits at Teak!
God.
But its spit flies wide and goes past her. You see it hit the tree behind you and sizzles. Teak, it's your turn.
It's straight up, baby. She goes straight up 30, her full 30 feet.
Are you
So she's now 35 feet in the air.
disengaging or just going straight up?
Oh yeah, because okay, so she'll disengage and then go up the 30.
Okay, you're now 30 feet up in the air. Fast zombie can't do anything. It's just kind of circling around you. Goose, you're 30 feet up in the air flying.
Have no range, so I guess I will total defend. Try to defend Teak from any spits.
Throw your swords, you'll definitely get it back. Okay. Yeah, you total defense this zombie.
Throw your arm, you'll definitely get it back. Seriously.
You can just barely make it spit. It's going for one last spit.
Oh god, he's angry. He's so fucking angry at me right now.
It spits at Teak. But Gustav is in the way. Gustav, you take 6 points of damage as this spit hits you.
Mission accomplished.
It's a good roll, even with extra defense. Alright, Teak, you're 30 feet up in the air.
Yep, she goes even higher to the point where like they can't hit her. Maybe even like, another like. Yeah, let's go another 10 feet into the air, so they're 40 feet up again.
Okay. And I think we'll just kind of end the combat there. You guys kind of escape. This Teak flies up and you escape the danger of the zombie. Brother Paul's
God.
left unconscious in a tree. But you have managed to escape.
This is just like Inuyasha.
Is it?
Yeah, he leaves the old woman and he just digs her into the ground and just leaves her. And she's like, I hope he comes back for me. He's like, you're gonna come back for me, right? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then they never see it on screen.
Philia
On the
and
bright side,
Eric.
it was kind of good that me and Eric weren't there. Or else, that's 2 other people she needs to lift up and put in trees.
You guys are
I'm just
Be
gonna say,
thrown. Philia can
You
be
guys-
thrown. Don't be ridiculous.
you guys knock Teak sleeping and hiding in the trees and stuff. Look what happened, okay? Look who's safe in the arms of a tree right now, Brother Paul.
If only he was in the tree from the beginning, he would have been safe the entire time.
Yeah, if only he had the foresight to just climb up a damn tree the whole time.
We tried.
If only he had the foresight not to run at them and yell.
Hi, I'm an enemy. Attack me,
Yeah.
you things that are attracted to sound.
I wanted to have a moment though where Brother Paul woke up and it's just like he's just in the air and he thinks like he's dead, being carried by the knee.
I don't
But,
think
yeah.
his idea of heaven is a tree, so I don't think he'll believe that he's dead.
Damn. But you know.
Those bastards stitched me. That's what he's gonna say.
Man, that was stressful. I'm glad I was able to get you out of there, Gustav.
Do.
I really thought that you were gonna go down because they were just.
Me
So-
too.
I hope Eric and Philia don't run into any trouble. That's Teek's
Yeah,
thoughts.
don't worry. Ophelia will fly away. Eric's the only one that's going to be running away from trouble.
Sure.
Well,
Willow
Eric is-
carrying.
Eric doesn't have armor, and he's he's
Yeah,
not.
mate, Eric's gone. He's practically dead.
Eric's a tiny boy. Willow can carry Eric. It's fine.
Yeah, Eric's not.
Eric is not a tiny boy. He's a lanky piece of shit.
Either way, it's not that
Either way,
it doesn't weigh that much.
Very nice. I'm going to go to bed now.
What? Oh, are we ending?
I thought he said we'll stop it there.
Oh,
Didn't he?
No.
I thought he said stop combat here.
He's gonna
Oh.
do a little Philia, Eric
Okay.
thing.
I'm
Oh, I
back.
thought he-
I had to step away while you guys were blabbering for 20 minutes. Eric,
Hello.
Philia,
Hello.
you guys make your way back through the woods. Are you taking the same pace to get to where you were to go back, or are you guys moving at a more normal pace?
A
I'd
normal...
say more.
We're tired. Normal pace.
Okay. I mean, it definitely takes you guys a while longer to get back than it did for you to get to where you are. But eventually, you make your way back through the dark and ominous forest and find yourselves returned to Wild. At this point, it is later in the day. You can see the sun is now going down in the sky. What would you guys like to do?
Go back to our little hut home contraption.
Okay. So you make your way back into the town. And eventually you find yourselves returned to the bar. And there is Cinder, tied up and gagged to a post, squirming. What are you guys doing?
He's just staring at Cinder like, okay, how do we do this?
I don't know how knots work. So, what knots can we untie such that Cinder does not zombie around?
Well, his hands are still tied together, and I'm guessing his feet are tied together as well.
Yeah, he's just now tied to a post by his hands instead of his hands to his feet.
Okay.
I think our best bet is to basically just, like, drag him all the way there.
You could make like a little sled out of like a door, right?
Yeah.
Unhinge a door,
Sure.
put him on.
That's what you guys want to do.
I don't want to take any chances with him walking around.
Okay. So you're gonna essentially take some scrap wood, like a door, and attach some. Like, you gonna make like handles on it, like with the wood, or like how are you?
We'll just
Um,
use a door, tie him to the door, tie like strings to the things that's tying him to the door, and pull it by the strings.
Damn, it's gonna hurt your hands. But all right.
it's worth it.
Okay.
And then we'll make a soft leather. Just kidding.
Who is making this contraption?
I guess I'll do it.
Knowledge engineering.
Allow me to roll. This
May I
is going to be
assist?
great.
May you assist? Sure.
No, Ophelia, you have to stand there and stare at it.
Do you have any proficiency in knowledge engineering?
No.
Okay, good to know. Keep that.
My sheet is loading very slowly. Okay.
I assist.
You gonna. Oh, good. A natural one.
Oh, great. Why did you roll twice?
You're welcome.
So Eric, you first of all, do you have any proficiency in knowledge engineering? Or?
Nope.
Okay. So you managed to put this thing together. But it takes you some time. Let me rephrase this whole thing. You are putting together this contraption using some loose rope and a wooden door. You essentially tie the undead cinder to this thing, and you're putting it all together, and it's taking you a bit. It took you a while to get back. It's taking you a bit to put this together. You're not the biggest expert on these sorts of things, and Philia's slowing you down a little bit. Just try to help the best you can.
Philia's help is actually just like, that doesn't look right. Can you actually do this? Can you try it?
Exactly. Can you try this other thing? And while you guys are in the middle of doing this, eventually you start to hear a low off in the distance.
A rumbling?
Yes, a low rumbling.
Ophelia, close the door.
Philia will barricade the door.
Okay, you close up the door and start putting stuff in front of it. And are you continuing to make this sled? Is that your?
Yeah.
Okay. As
and
you
I'm also
continue.
gonna collect spare material just in case the sled breaks on the way there.
All right.
Can I? You said there's upper window to the house. Can I sneakily look out the window to see if I can see what that rumbling
Get
is?
Pip to do it. He's probably got a better chance, to be honest.
Okay, Pip will look out the window.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check there, Philia.
Please don't roll another crit one.
Why is my sheet not working?
You tell me.
We're doomed. Wait, is Roll20 frozen for you guys? Okay.
Oh, okay. Now it worked.
Okay. Let me make a roll here for myself.
Sorry, I got us killed. My beat.
Okay. Philly, you open up one of the hatches, and Eric, as you continue to work on this sled, the rumbling steadily and consistently getting louder until it reaches the point where it no longer becomes rumbling, but you can hear the 4 distinct steps in between as you realize it is the sound of horses galloping down a road. And Philia, you sneakily peer from the top of the bar, looking out over the road. And as of right now, you can't see anything. Until eventually, around the corner comes a platoon, if you would, of what looks like mounted soldiers. You can see at the head of this pack is a man adorned in armor, and on his chest is a golden lion, and the robe flowing from underneath with armored chest piece is the golden sun with the sword in it. He has no helmet on. He has long, dark, flowing hair and a large beard. And you can see, Teak, are you trying to get fired again? Better watch yourself, Teak. Where the fuck was
His long hair?
as they gallop down the road, you can start to see the rest of these New Dawn members. It looks like their numbers are fairly large. At least 30 of them. And at some point, as they get nearer, you keep watching, and you see this long-haired man.
Wait.
Yes?
Helia, once she sees them off in like the distance and like can get a good grasp of, oh, they are the New Dawn, she'll like go down back to Eric and like tell him, oopsies, they're here, but quietly.
Okay. As you go to close the hatch, you see this long-haired man look over and up at you. It's hard to tell if he's just scanning or he's seeing you. But at this point, you close the hatch and crawl back downstairs to find Eric.
They're here.
Makes sense. At least we made it here before them. Eric will
Philia's
continue.
gonna...
Oh.
Philia's gonna disguise herself and put the disguise on Willow.
Okay. What do you disguise yourself as?
Small elf. Not. What's
I
the
thought we
small?
agreed a dwarf.
A dwarf?
Oh, yeah,
a
a
halfling?
dwarf. Yeah, dwarf.
Okay, yeah. You're a little dwarf. Eric continues working away on his little sled, I guess.
Indeed, I do.
Okay. And the rumbling gallops get louder and louder until you hear them curve around. And it sounds like they enter the courtyard of the town. And eventually they slow down to a stop. And at some point you hear the thud of feet hitting the ground from the back of horses. Are you guys doing anything?
I'm going to continue building. But internally, he's like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Okay. I mean, it's probably by this point, you're probably finished with the sled by now.
Yeah, he's just like taking extra time because he doesn't want to go outside.
Sure.
Is
So you're
there...
just... Yes, Philia?
How close do they sound? Like, do they sound close
Like-
enough that we couldn't sneak out, or...
I mean, they sound pretty close. They're in the town. They're like in the courtyard area, which you guys aren't far. It's not a very big town.
Plus, we do need them to bring Cinder back to life, so we can't really avoid them.
But like, we can't go out now because they'll only bring Cinder back to life if we have new Dawn person with us. Us by ourselves looks hella sus.
Well, there's nothing we can do.
Okay. Are you guys just waiting then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric sounds
Let's
very
wait in the
Eric
basement.
sounds very
Let's
defeated.
hide. Let's hide in the basement.
We're not hiding. We haven't done anything wrong.
Okay. Fielder, are you hiding or are you gonna stay there with Eric?
I'll tell Willow to go to the basement.
Okay. You send Willow down into the basement or basement-ish area. I don't know if there's a full basement in here, but probably like a little cellar. And after a few minutes of quiet and the kind of stomping of metal boots on the ground, you can hear the noises are spreading until eventually one of them sounds like it walks up to the door of the barn and stops. And you just hear a rapping on.
Eric will like stand up and maybe dust off his clothes or like brush his hair a little bit with his hands and then like walk over to open the door.
Okay, Philia has Philia has reinforced the door, so there is stuff in front of it, and the bar is across it and everything.
Yeah, I'll lift it up. They're gonna get in regardless.
Okay. It takes you a couple minutes to take all the reinforcements off the door, but eventually you do, and you open. Damn, why is it doing that? Oh, it's glitch. You open the barn doors wide, and you see this armored figure in front of you with the long flowing hair. And he has a axe on his back, and he's just looking down at you.
When Eric like notices this plank of wood that Philia's put inside like the door to close it, he's gonna be like, this is a nice plank of wood. This might be good for like the raft. The raft? Yeah, the sled later, and then he's just gonna like hold on to it and like maybe like look at its measurements and see if like it's a good set. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you open the door and you're just examining this piece of wood, trying to avoid
Yeah.
eye contact with this person.
Like he's not even trying to avoid eye contact. Like he just cares about this wood. Like he's so defeated. He's like, I just need to get back to the team at this point.
Okay. So as the door opens, you see this figure, and then a couple more pairs of boots walk up, and there's some armored New Dawn soldiers standing on either side of this man. And they look at you for a moment, and you can see he kind of tilts his head and like leans around you a little. It looks like he's looking past you.
Eric doesn't really block anything. They'll see it regardless of what he does anyway.
Sorry, what was that?
He's not gonna stop them because like he figures that if they wanted to see it, they could probably force their way in, and there's nothing he can really do about it.
Okay. And then he looks back to you for a moment, and you see a smirk appear across his face. And That's where we'll end the session today.
Cool.
Oh my God.
Aren't you glad you went back?
I am glad I went back. They were gonna kill Cinder if we didn't get back in time.
But now they're gonna kill all of us.
They're not gonna kill us. They're not savages.
Right, they
Except-
might take you hostage to burn you.
They think they're good guys. They're gonna be like, oh, we're righteous, bro, and then like, oh shit, my sister's telling me to shut up.
You better shut up then.
Alright. Peace out.
Alright,
Bye.
guys. Sleep well. Good
Yeah.
session.
Fuck off, all of you.
Have fun at the riot tomorrow.
It's a protest. You sick fuck.
Good game. Teak MVP.
Finally. Finally, instead of just fighting and going down and then getting back up and fighting more and going down, she ran an extraction mission that went successfully.